Good morning everyone, welcome back to Bowen's Garage, Monday morning. And good news, if you watched the last video you'll know that we took a deposit on the C-Max on Friday afternoon, but they just wanted to make sure they were happy with the finance agreement and the part exchange valuation. Called us Saturday morning, all good to go, so that's good. Car's sold, we'll MOT it later this week and then they're going to pick it up Friday. Sold on finance as well, which is always nice because we do get some commission from the finance company. So happy days with that one. What else happened over the weekend? Well, the doomed Honda Jazz. We've had another call. We've had a reservation fee put on the car and they're going to come and drive it tomorrow, Tuesday, so we'll see what happens with that one, if we can get it away this time, and hopefully the seat's long enough and everything else. So fingers crossed. Obviously a very popular car. You know, the phone's been hot on it. It's just getting it over the line, and hopefully tomorrow is the day. Also, we've got a viewing on this Astra automatic tomorrow as well, so hopefully a decent start to the week. This is an automatic Astra SRI, actually a really lovely thing. It's done only 13,000 miles. I bought it off a chap here in Ross who's had it from new, and it's been serviced right the way through at Vauxhall, so that's a really nice one. So a couple are coming over from Newent to have a look at that, so decent or promising start to the week. Well, I thought that last week, and obviously things didn't go brilliantly in the end, but hopefully this time we'll get off to a decent start. I've got a Toyota Yaris arriving later today, hopefully. Really low mileage. It's a 67 plate Icon model, so nice level of specification, and a beautiful sort of electric blue metallic. And that's only done less than 5,000 miles on a 67 plate. It's a one-owner vehicle, supplied by Stourbridge Toyota and serviced there right the way through as well, and it's done 4,900 miles I think. So that's arriving later, so that's a really nice bit of stock. Other than that, it's about the size of it for a Monday morning, but anyway, decent start. The TT, the track TT, we think we've cured. I mean, it was sounding like a Transit, wasn't it? So I think we've cured that one. The sump had some bits in it, and the gorse was full of horrible stuff. We'd done a flush on the car before, and I think that's what's caused it, so sorted that out. There was also some oil jets at the bottom of the pistons that a couple of those had broken as well, so we've replaced those, and you might just be able to hear it humming in the background. It's sounding much better. I'll do a proper video of it later, and so we're just MOTing it now, and then I'm going to use it for a few days. Bed all that, like I said, it's had all new brakes. It's got sort of racing brakes on it, sort of new tyres, and the service and the cam belt and everything. So we're going to run it round for a few days and get some use back into it, and just make sure that everything's okay. We've left the under tray off, so I'll use it this week, and then we'll just check there's no nasty oil leaks or anything going on. We've also had a call, I forgot to mention, on the smart car. So we did reduce it in price at the end of last week, and I redid the pictures and I'd forgotten to do a walk around video of it when we first advertised it, so I did that. We've had a call on it this morning. A couple from Bridgend had put a reservation fee on one at the car shop, but decided against that one in the end. So they've given us a call, and there's a potential Nissan Duke as a part exchange, and obviously we really like those. So we've exchanged some pictures of this one, any marks and damage that are on this one, and we've forwarded that on to them, and then they've sent me some pictures of the Duke, so we'll see if we can rustle up a deal with that one as well. So yeah, a few bits bubbling away. The sun's out. Let's see what happens. Catch you all later. So the Yaris that I was hoping would arrive today has arrived today, and here it is. Beautiful colour. 67 plate, like I say. It's had one owner from new, privately owned by an old boy apparently who had to give up driving. One of my regular traders got in contact and asked if it was up my street. He knew it would be. It's got full Toyota service history. It's been serviced every year at the main dealer, Stourbridge Toyota, and they supplied it when it was new. Wheels are all perfect, which is good. The tyres are all good as well, no perishing. That's sometimes a thing to look out for if you are going to go down the very low mileage route. The tread on the tyres is often always very good, however you can get caught out. They can often be very perished, so that's certainly something to look out for if you're going out and buying them, maybe privately off Auto Trader or Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and it's very low mileage. Doesn't always mean just because the tyres have good tread that you won't have to replace them. We spend a lot of our time replacing perished tyres, so that is definitely something to look out for. The bodywork, it's been sat for a while, so it needs a bloody good valet, but the bodywork's exceptional, apart from there is a bit of a scuffy ding job down here. It has just slightly dented it, so that'll go off to the body shop later today. And this is the difference. Obviously, we're, like I said before, we're in a very fortunate position. We can, because we have more cars, so therefore in theory we're selling more cars, it does mean there's more money coming through the business, which then allows you to outsource work. So instead of doing the bodywork ourselves, and obviously if you've got quite a few come in that need bits and bobs, and they will do, I mean, there's not a used car site in the world where the cars aren't having some kind of bodywork, because it's just the way of the world these days. Obviously with the lower mileage stuff that we sell, most of it's very, very minor stuff, just bits and bobs really, where someone's had a little mishap. The inside is absolutely immaculate, so that's good. We've got all the book packs, logbook, 2 keys, everything you'd want. This is a really nice spec actually. It's an Icon model. There's the mileage, 4899. So less than 5,000 by the time it comes back from the body shop. It's got cruise control, it's got lane assist, anti-collision or whatever that may be, electric mirrors, 6-speed manual gearbox, reversing camera, aircon. Now the one thing I will, if you are buying, or you're going to go down the Japanese route, which if you are thinking of getting into buying and selling used cars, Japanese route is a very safe route to go down. You'll always have buyers for them, and they're very reliable. So with these Yarises, Toyota Yaris, the RAVs, whatever, you will often see there is a sat-nav button. However, most of them don't have it installed, so obviously it comes up with not available on your system. Lots of them will have that, so again, if you are looking at going out and buying them privately, and people are saying, oh, it does have sat-nav because it's got the button there, just check it, because lots of them don't, and it's an easy way to get stung and misvalue it. You can, I think, get them installed at Toyota. It's like a software update, but I don't think it's particularly cheap. So that's another thing to look out for with those ones. Otherwise, these are excellent cars. Obviously come with a 5-year warranty when they're new, as long as they've got good service history with them. So this should be a good seller. It's going up at 11,995, which, when you consider what it was new, and it's done less than 5,000 miles, it's going to be a really good buy for someone. Nice and economical, loads of spec, lovely colour. I'm sure it'll fly out of the door. So there we go. We'll get that one over to the body shop later and see what happens for the rest of the day. So, after being off the road for 4 years, the TT is ready to see some action. We think, we hope, we pray. We've put a fair bit of money into it now, just to get it back up together. MOT'd it this morning. All good. Should be. It's had new brakes, tyre, the whole works. The noise, which if you check in the last video from last week, you'll see that the noise was quite horrendous. Bit of a rattling under the in the engine bay, but it sounds much quieter now. And got no warning lights on the dash, temperature's good. I am going to run it for a few days just to make sure that everything's fine. We'll check for some oil leaks and whatever, but it sounds fantastic now. So it should be a bit of fun. I'll show you what we think the issue was. So the gorse in the sump was all clogged up where we'd done a flush on it, but I don't know if you can see. Don't know if you can see particularly well, but there's actually some where the oil jet goes is actually damaged. Don't know how well you can see it. It's not picking it up particularly well. Anyway, it's where the piston had been tapping away at the what's that way up, sorry. Piston had obviously been tapping on the top of it and worn the metal down, and it broken two of the jets off. So probably a common fault, I would think, because TPS, our Volkswagen specialists, sent us another one which they had in stock, and you might just be able to see through the bag, but they've actually modified them. As you can see, they've cut a bit off. I don't want to take it out of the bag because I'll have to pay for it then. So they've actually cut a bit off when they've remanufactured it. So now, if you look at that old one again, it's already, the bit that's been cut out will now, when the piston comes down, it will now actually miss that point. So obviously a design feature when it was new caused it to play up. So we've replaced 3 of those. The 4th one was horrendous to get at, so we've left that one for the minute. But the car sounds a hell of a lot better. Brakes want a bit of bedding in, which I'll do, and then it's ready for some track days. Can't wait. So that's another one sorted. Like I said, the workshop has dipped off a bit just because of the there's a bit of a lack of MOTs. So it gives us time to sort out these things that we'd have probably never got round to sorting. So that's another thing ticked off the list, and ready to be enjoyed now. I'm looking forward to it. Good news. Deal done on the smart car, and we've taken a deposit. Couple from Bridgend, like I said before. I've got a Nissan Juke to part exchange, a 17 plate Nissan Juke with about 24,000 miles on it. Techna spec, so really nice spec. We like the Jukes. It's a 1200 turbo, which is the best sellers in our mind. So that's coming in part exchange. They just wanted something a bit smaller. The lady's only going to be doing 3 or 4 miles to work and back each day, so pointless having something so big. So I sent them a walk around video with all the little marks on this one, so they're happy with it, and all sorted. So we're going to get it MOT'd and serviced. It's due a service now, so do all that and get it ready, and they're going to pick it up on Saturday morning. So that's a good start to the week. Like I said, we've got a couple of test drives lined up for tomorrow as well, so already a more positive week than last week. And it does just show, guys, I am certainly no expert at this game. I've been doing it since I was 18, so I'm about 10 years in now, but still learning stuff all the time. But one thing I can definitely say is, if you do have a car that is hanging about a bit and you can't really see any rhyme or reason as to why, I mean, these smart cars, we do really well with these. In a small town like this, and there's not a lot of parking going on, you know, we do exceptionally well with these, cheap to run. Whereas this one has stuck around a little bit. So I changed the pictures, adjusted the price, did a walk around video of it, which I'd forgotten to do the first time round, but changed the pictures, changed the price. It just freshens it up. And if you've got the car advertised on Auto Trader, which is where we advertise predominantly, then a change of picture and a change of price, it changes where it sits in the listings. Obviously it changes the view of the car, so it looks like it's a fresh car. So yeah, if you do have a car that is sticking and something that wouldn't normally hang around and you can't see any reason why, just change the pictures up, and maybe adjust the price slightly. Just check that you're still being competitive with the price, and then it should turn itself over fairly quickly. So obviously I changed the pictures and the videos on Friday, it's Monday and it's gone. So sometimes it's just that little bit of a change that does the job. So happy days with that one. We'll get that MOT'd and serviced and crack on. So we are still Monday, believe it or not, and we are absolutely off and running for this week. Smart sold this morning, and this awesome looking Leon has sold this afternoon. Guy rocked up from over in the Forest of Dean and had seen it online and had been driving past for the last few days and kept looking at it and was trying to convince himself not to buy it, but in the end couldn't resist, so popped in and loved it. This has got the 150 brake horsepower engine. They do a 125 and they do a 180 as well, so this is like the sort of middle powered one. Really liked it, loved how the green went with the grey alloys. So yeah, happy days with that. He's got a Renault Capture to part exchange, which we've done a deal on. It's a 69 plate, so quite a bit newer. It's done 38,000 miles. Iconic spec, so really nice specification. And that's a dark green with diamond cut alloys and so on. So that's coming in as a part exchange against this one. We're going to do a service, an MOT, and we're also going to replace the cam belt on this Seat at the customer's request as well. So all good. 2 for a Monday, and we've got the Ignis advertised, or will be. I've done the pictures and the video of that, so that'll be going on later. So yeah, really busy day for a Monday, and the failures of last week are all forgotten now. So yeah, good day. Morning all. So this morning we are doing the first service on my daily, my Alpha. 9,000 miles, due its first service. So, as I said, the workshop is a little bit quiet. It was a little bit overdue, about 500 miles, so I thought we'd crack on and get it done this morning. The oil filter alone was £60, which seems an extortionate amount of money, but the Alpha dealer that I bought the car from, and their customer service is really good, pleased with them, obviously love the car, but they were quoting me just for a first service, which is essentially an oil and filter change. I mean, it's not rocket science, but essentially an oil and filter change. They were quoting me £449. Plus, if I wanted a courtesy car, £25. And I'd have to drive to the location, which I can't say, or don't need to say. But anyway, it would have taken a day out of my a day out of work, £475, including a courtesy car, for a first service, which is an oil and filter change. Now, of course, you might say, well, you definitely should have had it done at Alpha, but I plan on keeping the car. It's one that I'm not going to get rid of in a hurry unless I really have to. It's one of those that if I can justify keeping it in a collection, then in inverted commas, then I would love to keep it for as long as I can, even if even if it ends up not being my daily driver. I'd love to keep running it if I can afford to do so. So yeah, first service, 60 quid for the oil filter, 6.5 litres of oil, job done. So it'll cost us 90 quid rather than costing us 445 plus a day out plus a £25 courtesy car, which I thought was a little bit steep. I might take it to Alpha for the fourth service, which is a big service, auxiliary belts and all sorts of things. So I might take it there for that, but we'll see. Anyway, so we're cracking on with that. I didn't want to film the car too much in the workshop because the technicians get a bit nervous in front of the camera, so come out here and enjoy the sun. The TT, now I took this home last night, now it's sounding a lot healthier. Gave it a good blitz home and a really good blitz back this morning. I live about 20 miles away, so I've done sort of 40 miles in it. It was A roads last night, and then I took the B roads this morning. Roads were quiet, shot over here, and it drove pretty much perfectly, to be honest. Tyres warmed up nicely, went really well, so we're going to check it just to make sure it hasn't sprung any oil leaks or anything nasty later, and then I'll use it again tonight and see what happens. So yeah, a few exciting bits of going on other than the selling of cars. Jazz, we've got this being test driven this afternoon, 4:30, so hopefully this time we can get this one away. And the Astra, we've had this one all cleaned up as well, and this is we've got a test drive at 10 o'clock in this one, so that's a really nice car. SRI specification, automatic, 13,000 miles, nice colour, so fingers crossed on that one. What else? The Toyota Yaris that arrived yesterday. I stuck it on the internet, obviously no pictures or anything like that, just the description and the mileage and details of the service history. Had a call on that at 8:10 this morning. Really nice guy, South African chap, who wanted to come and look at it today, and I said, well, like, it's got a mark on the door which we've taken off to the body shop, so car's not with me at the moment, but he's really interested, wants to be first in the queue, so that's a promising lead. I've got to give him a call when I know when the car's going to be back from the body shop and he wants to come and have a look at it. So yeah, we do really like the low mileage things, but you know, that one's especially low mileage, so I was always hopeful that it would go pretty quickly, and the colour's nice as well. So yeah, a much more positive week so far. You've got to keep your head up in this game and just keep plugging away. If you know you're doing the right thing, or you think you're doing the right thing, stick to the plan and it should all work out in the end. See you later. So we're back, beautiful day today, t-shirt, weather, lovely, makes selling cars a lot easier. Now you might remember this one, this is the Chops Garage C-Max that we've sold, and you might remember we'd had the paint done, but there was a horrible dent in the tailgate. Now, Lee, my magical dent man, he owns the dent business, and fantastic, came in this morning, did this one, and he also did the Citroen DS5 that was also from James, that had a half a dozen paintless dings around it, so he's done all of those for me. A couple on the black Suzuki Ignis as well, absolutely fantastic. So really makes such a difference when you haven't got to get panels painted, and you can get these PDRs done. Takes a lot of skill, or it looks like it does anyway, a lot of tippy tapping, and makes such a huge difference. And like I said earlier on, I feel very fortunate that we can outsource this work to make our lives easier. So yeah, makes it so much easier having people that you can trust come in. We had Rob who came in and did a couple of windscreen chips for us earlier as well, and it just allows us to get on with the actual buying and selling of cars, which is the bit we love as well. So to have these people you can trust to come in, you can leave them to it, crack on, get them a coffee, perfect. And it doesn't cost the earth either, so if you can afford to do things like that, and it makes your time, or you're more efficient with your time, therefore if you're more efficient with your time, in theory you should be making more money. So obviously when you're starting out, if you've only got a couple of cars and you can do stuff yourself, fantastic. But once you've got 35 to try and juggle, then get people in, get people you can trust, and makes the world a difference. We've got some people out in the automatic Vauxhall Astra now. They're out on a test drive. Lewis has been dealing with those because I've been a bit busy. Had some people come in trying to sell me a couple of cars. The Nissan Qashqai diesel automatic, which terrifies me. We've had some bad experiences with the gearboxes on those CVTs, so I've swerved that one, but they are bringing me back down a Suzuki Splash automatic, fully automatic. They've had it from new and it's done 25,000 miles on a 59 plate, full service history. So they're going to bring that back down to me later this afternoon to have a look at, so hopefully we can get that one done. And then we've got the Honda Jazz at 4:30, so busy old day. Lewis has cleaned the whole lot as well, so our Ross site is looking absolutely spick and span. So there we go, I'll update you later. So after the pretty rubbish day yesterday, me failing, we've had a good start to Wednesday. It's 10 o'clock and the Corsa, the 3-door Corsa SE has sold. A couple from Hereford. Quite an interesting one actually. The lady was 6'3", and it was really a case of trying different cars to see which ones she could actually sit in without her knees bashing on the steering wheel. So they were quite interested in the Viva, but actually found that that didn't work out size-wise, whereas the Corsa did, so slightly more money. However, really liked it. This is an SE, so the spec was excellent. It's got Android Auto, it's got front and rear parking sensors, heated seats, heated steering wheel. It's only done 13,000 miles. So they came over, they sat in a few cars, really nice family, and went for this one. So yeah, good start to the Wednesday. Try and put yesterday's nightmare behind, and they're going to pick the car up on Friday. We've just got to do an MOT on this one. It was serviced in January at Vauxhall about 400 miles ago. That's all. So we've just got to do an MOT, check all the levels, tyre pressures, make sure it's good to go, and they're going to pick it up on Friday. So yeah, good start to the Wednesday. We'll see what happens later on. Afternoon guys, Thursday. The Yaris, super low mileage Yaris, is back from the body shop. I don't know if you can remember what you've seen earlier on in the video. There was a little scuffy bit down the bottom there. That's all been sorted. Again, another excellent job by Central Garage in Hereford. Super job. So Lewis just currently giving it a good spruce up. We've got a test drive on the car, or a viewing on the car tomorrow at 11. Saw the advert without any pictures. I did send him a few pictures of the car before it left us to go to the body shop. Obviously, haven't been valeted at all. It was literally as it came in. Sent him some pictures, and he's coming to have a look at it tomorrow. We actually serviced it, MOT'd it, and we put new wiper blades all the way around this morning as well. So it's bang up to speed and ready to go should the guy want to take it away with him. But really, really tidy car. In fact, I mean, as you'd expect at 5,000 miles. But now now that little door mark's sorted, there's barely a mark on it. Really nice spec as well. So fingers crossed on that one, that it'll go tomorrow, and then that'll be a really nice quick turnaround. That's a big job that's going on today. Gearbox on that big master van. 6th gear was sounding absolutely horrific, so that's having a gearbox. Enormous van. Could just get it in here. Sales Duke. That's also for sale. That's having a full service today. It's had 2 new tyres and front pads and discs as well. So we do try and prep them as much as we can. In other news, and not such fantastic news, a little bit disappointing, we have had our first ever 1-star Google review. We've been going for, we've just gone into our 11th year of trading this week actually, and we've got 4.9 rating on Google with 60 odd reviews, and we've just had our first 1-star review, which is a difficult one to take. We've replied to it in the best way we can. I'm not going to go into too many details because I know everybody on YouTube likes some gossip, but you're all welcome to have a look for yourselves. If you type the garage into Google, you can see all of our reviews and see what people think of us, but you're all welcome to have a look. Essentially, guy tried to contact us about a vehicle and sent an inquiry over the weekend on Saturday, I think it was, and it went into our spam file. Now, we have been aware that there has been a small issue with certain emails going into spam that are inquiries. Now, on our website is run by ClickDealer. They also run our emails as well, so it's all linked to the same system. So in theory, if an inquiry comes through on the website, automatically should go into our inbox, shouldn't be going into spam. There's been a couple of instances where that's happened. We've spoken to Click Dealer, they said they rectified it. Obviously this one slipped through the net. We've missed it, so the inquiry came in on Saturday. We didn't reply to the chap until I was made aware of it through another source, through a comment on a different YouTube channel actually. So we were made aware of it on Tuesday. We contacted the guy immediately, and the phone conversation wasn't as we'd have liked it. The customer was quite heated. Said our garage wasn't very good in no uncertain terms, and anyway, thought we'd got to the, cleared things up. We're very professional in the way we respond to things all the time. Said to the guy that, if there is an inquiry, whether it's a complete waste of time inquiry or a genuine one, we always reply, regardless. We pride ourselves on that. We aren't one of these garages that leaves you hanging. If you've got a part exchange and you want £1 million for it and it's worth a fiver, we will still reply to you. This one slipped through the net. We responded as soon as we were made aware of the fact that the guy had inquired. Wasn't very nice to us on the phone, but thought, we'd calm the situation down, and said, look, certain things, we're a small family business, certain things are out of our hands. Running our website, we pay a provider, they charge us a monthly fee, and they look after our website, and it's a very good website, and they also look after our emails. It's all linked. So in theory, the emails come in, we respond to them, that's how it works. And we haven't checked our spam every day. Possibly we should have, I don't know, but we haven't. We've missed this one. We've responded to the guy as soon as we were made aware of it. He's not very happy. Anyway, he's left us a 1-star review, stating that, we're pretty incompetent and should be doing better. And, the guy may have a point. Obviously, we now really seriously need to get onto the website provider to address the situation, and they are. We can only do what we can do. Certain things are out of our control. There's only 2 of us in charge here. We work very long hours. We've got a lot on our plate. So, when the emails start playing up, there's only so much we can do. The guy was also unhappy with the fact we've got a visitor chat on our website, which a lot of the websites have these days. And the visitor chat allows people it pops up with the little face, usually of a woman, and she'll call herself Amanda or Chloe, or we got loads of different ones. We don't have any control of that. And then a customer can type to them no matter what time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and they'll get a reply, and they can have a conversation. The conversation is with a robot, so it can be a little bit disjointed, but it's quite a good system. But it allows people to inquire about a car or an MOT or a service, and then the robot will chat back as if it is a person, although it, like I say, does sound a bit disjointed. They can have a conversation, get some more details, and then that allows us, when we're back in front of a computer or able to, we can then get straight in touch with the customer and do it properly that way. Now these robots, like I say, they work 24 hours a day, so you could go on there at 3 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning, and they will reply to you. You can have a conversation about a car, and then Monday morning we'll pick it up first thing, and away we go. Obviously we're not in the luxury position that we can afford to pay a lady called Amanda to be sat in our office 24 hours a day answering the phone. So yes, it's a picture of a lady, but I feel as though most people know that it is a robot, and it just feels like a slightly unjust 1-star review. We work extremely hard to keep our Google reviews high. It's where everybody looks. We're a small family business, so to get a 1-star review is a bit of a kick in the face when it's out of our control. If we'd had some terrible customer service, then we will hold our hands up. But obviously when you've got some emails going into spam and we've missed it because it hasn't gone into our inbox, and it's the website provider and email provider that have the issue, and then we get a 1-star review. A 1-star review really lowers your overall score. We've got 4.9 out of 5, which for a car dealership is pretty outstanding, I think. So then to have this one-star review, which will damage our score, something that was a little bit out of our control, is upsetting, really. I mean, when you own your own business, to get a 1-star review and to be told you're not very good is very disheartening. We tried to reply to the guy in the best possible way. As soon as we were made aware of it, we got in contact with him. Still interested in doing a deal on the car. We asked him to send us pictures of his part exchange, which never materialised. And then we got this 1-star review this morning. So we've responded to it as we always do with reviews, whether they're good or bad. We'll always respond to them as owners of the company. I know a lot of garages don't respond to their reviews. And just let people make their own minds up. But I think there's two sides to every story. So yes, we've had something slip through the net. Possibly we should be looking at our spam every day. And obviously we will now do that. So it is a lesson learnt to a point, but very disappointing nonetheless. But like I say, it's all there for you to make your own assessments of it. I think sometimes a bad review, if you've got all good reviews, then it can look a bit funny, I suppose. So if you've got a couple of bad ones in there, it's just how you respond to them and how you react to it. And obviously we'll react in the best way that we can. The email providers are straight on it. We've said to them in no uncertain terms that it's unacceptable that these inquiries that are coming through their own provided website are going into our spam. We shouldn't be having to check every day. We should be relying on them, especially for the amount of money that we pay them, that their service should be good enough to allow us to just carry on and actually do the job of buying and selling cars without having to sift through hundreds of spam emails a day. So there we go. It's a bit of a long-winded rant. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and there's no offence taken. It's just upsetting when you work extremely hard to build as good a reputation as you can. We've been here a long time. We continue, we want to be here for a long time, and reviews like that don't help. So there we go. That's my little Thursday afternoon rant. Hopefully we can get the Yaris away in the morning. Be a good week, actually. I think that'll be 5 or 6 if that one goes. So ups and downs as always, guys. Anyway, have a good one. Morning all, Friday morning. The 11 o'clock appointment has been in. Lovely couple, and they bought the Yaris at the full asking price. The car was advertised but with no pictures, and like I said, I sent them a couple as the car was, but it's now been valeted, turned up, loved it, just what they were looking for. So the car's sold. Like I say, we serviced it, MOT'd it, and got it sorted yesterday, so they're actually taking the car with them. So I've just got to go and do the paperwork. They've just popped off to sort their insurance out and have a coffee, and then they'll be back and taking it away with them. So always nice when you can flip them that quickly. Super quick turnover. Didn't have to do the pictures, the walk around video, all that sort of thing. Straight in, straight out. So that's really what we like. And then obviously to fit it all in with the service and everything beforehand, so they could just turn up and take it away. Just how we like to do it. They did bring this Avensis down, which is their other car. So obviously Toyota fans, why wouldn't you be? Extremely reliable, but they're going to keep that one for the time being, and then have this one as their second car. So all good. Been a good week altogether. We've got another test drive tomorrow on the white Fiesta 3-door, the huge spec Fiesta 3-door that's got pan roof and all that sort of job. Some people have paid a reservation fee on that, so they're coming down on Saturday morning, and also the people that are collecting the smart car as well. So a much busier week. This is more to the normal sort of levels, so getting back into the swing of things. There we go, update you later. Morning all, Saturday morning, bright and breezy, and we've got these 2 appointments this morning. First one on the little Smart. They've left the reservation fee. We've agreed a deal in principle on the part exchange, so we'll see how that one goes. That's been serviced, MOT'd, recently had new tyres, so that one's ready for action. And then this awesome little Fiesta, we've got a viewing on this one as well. We've actually had this one a little while, and I'm not too sure why. We bought it off a local chap who's had it from new. Bodywork's absolutely fantastic. It's got pan roof, awesome level of specification, It's done sensible mileage, less, I think it's 30 or thereabouts. New shape, of course, in the best colour. So we've had it a little while, but maybe it's not the cheapest car in the world because obviously the level of kit on it. So if you put it against other 67 plate, more standard Fiestas, then I guess it looks a pricey car. But got a local girl coming to have a look at that one, so I'll update you later on. Saturday's always very hit and miss, so we'll see. Catch you later. So there we go, guys. Saturday lunchtime. I'm just off to look after my little one for the afternoon, and 2 sales this morning, so both all went according to plan. This fantastic looking little Fiesta has sold. There was no reason why it wouldn't. Drove beautifully, excellent specification, bang on main dealer service history, proper car, locally owned. So that's sold, and we'll be MOTing it early doors next week. It's just been serviced at Ford, so shouldn't need anything. It's had 4 recent new tyres. So that one's gone, and it's going to be staying local as well, which is nice. So hopefully we'll see it next year for its MOT and service. The Smart also went. Lovely couple from Bridgend. We got on really well, had a good old chat and a laugh. They'd already seen the walk around video, and I'd sent them a separate personalised one as well, pointing out a few stone chips here and there. Unfortunately the touch-in paint hadn't arrived in time from Mercedes, so gave them a small discount just to compensate, but I will send the paint through next week. But it was great to deal with them, and this is their part exchange, which is very nice indeed. Nissan Duke Tecna, 24,000 miles, I think. Full service history, mixture of Nissan and independent. In this fantastic darkish metallic red with the grey diamond cut wheels. Really looks the part in this colour, I think, the Duke. Bodywork's excellent. There's one very tiny ding on the rear door there, and a bit of corrosion to the... I think the alloys are pretty much okay. This one's got a bit of corrosion to it. Came pretty much valeted as well. I've just given it a quick, obviously we're not here for the weekend, so I've just given it a quick wipe over just to leave it on the pitch, awaiting preparation, but a really nice level thing. Awesome spec on the Tecna models as well. I think you've got heated leather seats and 360-degree cameras and folding mirrors and DAB, you name it, it's got it. So all told, sales-wise, a good week. I think we've done 6 retail. We did the green and black Renault Capture trade that's gone off to Leeds as well. Made a little bit on that. So 7 have come in and out. The Ford EcoBoost, the red one from the week before, the Focus, didn't sell at auction, so I'll be having another go this week. But auction prices have dropped, so it'll be interesting to see how that one does after the bank holiday. Obviously we had the 1-star review, it shocked us a bit. So that was the only down point of the week, but the sun's out. We've sold some cars. Happy days. Time for a few days off with my little one. Bank holiday, couple of beers. Lovely. So, hope you all enjoy yourselves this weekend. Have a good time. Don't do anything too silly. And we'll catch up again next week. Thanks a lot.